All right, so it is Friday night. I'm leaving tomorrow night at about this time. So leaving in 24 hours. I'm just kind of packing. I got my gear. I made a list of all the gear I need to bring. I checked the weather. Looks like it's going to be kind of chilly, high of 63. Doesn't look too rainy. Of course, I do have rain gear just in case. Um, but just kind of inventorying the golf bag. So, I've got plenty of golf balls. Granted, if you need a lot of golf balls, it's probably not going to be a good trip. I don't want to run out of golf balls. So I've got 6 or 7 in the bag, and then my plan is to park the car in a spot that's easy to get to in between every 9 since I'm walking and carrying. That way I can stop at the car, drop off a sweater, pick up some waters. If I'm running low on balls, in my experience with golf balls, like I might lose a few and still be in pretty good shape. Depending on provisionals and stuff, I'm gonna never be walking off the tee without hitting a provisional ball, because it's already bad enough to drive back, but walking back is really bad. So if anything's questionable, I'll hit a provisional, and if if you find the first one and the second one's kind of sketchy, you're not gonna look for it. So it's certainly possible to lose a few balls in a situation like this and still shoot a good score. So I'm bringing plenty of golf balls. I made a video a little while back, I think it's on this channel, about how to pack for golf travel. So I'm pretty much following that. I've got rain gear, umbrella. I won't be carrying that probably off the rip unless the weather looks bad, but it's going to be in my car at the turn so that I can stop and grab it if the case arises. For those of you that don't know, I'm using I've got a stencil. I like to line up my golf balls. And, I like having a lot of golf balls just in case, not only if you lose them, but in this particular event, if one gets a little bit chewed up, I'm going to be taken out of play pretty quick. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Got my outfits picked out. Trying to travel pretty light. 2 days I'm playing a practice round Sunday, so 1 practice round outfit, 1 regular round outfit. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, is my flight day. And basically what I'm doing is I got a couple lessons in the morning, and then I got a little bit of a break. I tried to plan a little bit of a break. So I'll come back to the house, have some lunch, get all my stuff into suitcases and stuff like that. It's already all laid out, but I'll do all that. And then we have a PGA Junior League match at Boulder Country Club, so I got to drive out there and make sure that goes off smoothly. And then at that point, I'll head to the airport for my flight. So I'm just trying to get everything ready to go tonight on Friday, so that tomorrow, is pretty smooth. I've got some extra time tomorrow, but things. I just don't want anything to. I don't need to procrastinate on any of this. I just like to have stuff prepared. So, trying to think of anything else. Looked at the tee sheet or the tee times. It's not continuous play, but they don't repair. So that means I know my first and second round tee times. I'll be teeing off of, I think, number 1 on both rounds. 66 players for an undetermined number of spots. I watched a little video this morning, just trying to find out some information about pronghorn. I've done the Google Maps. I've got the yardage book. But I just kind of wanted to get a sense of what it looks like. And there's no course tour or flyover or anything like that on the website. So I found this random YouTube video of 2 dudes that play golf in Oregon, and they just shoot it. So I just was looking at the golf course. I was really focusing on what does the native look like. That can have an influence on your strategy decision. So the more loosey it looks, if the native looks like you're going to lose a ball for sure, that would, dictate a more conservative approach off the tee. If the native looks like it's going to be findable, but just, long grass or brush, usually that's not that bad. So that's one of the things in the practice round I'll be looking at for sure is okay, how bad, just trying to get my color straight here. How bad does the native look in some of the spots where I might tend to miss it? Will I find it or not? It's something I do in practice rounds, and it's not because I'm a negative person. It's just, you got to know, if you hit one a little bit off target, should I hit a provisional? I will be, but you know, do I need to change my strategy because it's for sure lost, or is it like most likely going to be found? Anyway, that's where I'm at the moment. I'll update this probably tomorrow at the airport or somewhere on the way, and just preparing for this event. Like I said, you know, I'm only marking up golf balls right now because I just am running low. So, you know, it's not like I am doing anything, once again, not doing anything special for this event except for the logistics of getting there, and the walking aspect is definitely something that's unique to this event. So trying to make sure I've got shoes that I've worn. I've got 2 sets of shoes that are definitely have been worn but in good shape, so I know that they're comfortable, not going to cause any blisters. I'll have them in the car in case I need a shoe change. Keep the bag light. I'm planning on buying like a little, you know, styrofoam disposable cooler for all my, you know, beverages and snacks and stuff, so that, you know, every time I swing by the clubhouse at the turn, I can just pop into my, you know, swing by the car and get what I need, drop off what I need, keep the weight to a minimum, so I'm not putting 36 holes worth of stuff in the golf bag and slogging that around. So that's kind of the game plan for today. Tomorrow's a pretty busy day. I'm trying to just get as much stuff done tonight so that tomorrow is smooth. Not that it really matters, but I just don't like, as you know, I don't like a lot of stress. So getting as much done right now as I can. All right, so Sunday morning, got in late last night. Staying here at the resort. Flight was delayed a little bit, so I didn't get in until like 11 o'clock Pacific time, so 12 o'clock. So it's kind of a late one, but no big deal. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere here, just steaming up my clothes for the week, or for a couple days, I guess. But, you know, while I was at the airport, since it was delayed, I just kind of looked over the yardage book a little bit more. Decided, I think the game plan for today, I'm playing a practice round today. The game plan for today is just hit driver pretty much everywhere. There's a lot of holes where it's like either driver or maybe one less club. So I'm just gonna hit driver all day today and pay attention to like how close it gets into the bottlenecks, and then, you know, plan on laying back some tomorrow if there's any ones where it's, you know, seems like it's kind of a risky play or it gets me into a narrow spot. But in general, I already went into town today, got my got a bunch of snacks and beverages and stuff like that. Bend is about 25 minutes away from here, so got up early. Feels like there's like nobody here at the resort. It's crazy. Kind of pretty area. There's a bunch of these like lodges out here. These must have been what I was looking at when they said they were $1,200 a night, because I'm just staying in this like lodge. It's like a hotel, but it's really pretty out here. I haven't seen this, like literally haven't seen a single other person. I mean, I got in late and I got up early today, so you know, the golf course is about a 2-minute drive away, or, you know, 5-minute walk. I'm probably planning on driving over there just to check it all out here. After I go to the fitness center, do a little stretching, just light lifting as soon as I get done steaming here. That's kind of the game plan. So town, steam, gym, lunch, practice round, and then tomorrow's gonna be just super early. Just a huge long day. So that's where I'm at the moment, and you know, excited to see how this course looks. I mean, it's a beautiful area. The drive around from here to Bend is just gorgeous. It's like volcanic rock and pine trees, these weird pine trees. It's really cool. It's just I think it's like a weird, I don't want to say weird, but it's really an odd place, like really secluded place to have a US Open final, you know. It's like hard to get to, and, you know, really feels like I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I was flew into Redmond last night, and I drove into this resort. It's about a 30-minute drive, just back roads, small roads, back roads into here, kind of in the dark, in the rain. And then, like I said, I got here. I mean, I haven't seen a single person last night or this morning except for whoever's at the front desk. But that's where we're at. It's gonna be kind of chilly tomorrow, so I brought, you know, Under Armour pretty warm stuff, even a beanie just in case. It's going to be high of 63, which, you know, if you're a golfer and you see high of 63, some players I know wear shorts, but like it's not 63 at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. It might be like 40 or 45. So I'm planning on chilly. But I'll go check it out here today. All right, so it's getting ready for the practice round. It is raining. I smell a long round coming. I don't know. Guys in front of us don't look like they know what they're doing. Hopefully see as much of the course as possible, but I'm not going to kill myself over it. If it gets lightningy or super rainy, I'll just play it by ear, but it's pouring. Not cool. All right, so it is Monday morning. It's like 6:30. Just got up, got out of the shower. This stretch in the hotel room this morning since the fitness center is just okay. Turned on the Golf Channel. They call it Golf's Longest Day, and they're not wrong. 36 holes walking is a long day, I would suggest. Played the practice round yesterday. Had periods of rain, periods of nice. Probably had 4 wardrobe changes, you know, rain gear on, rain gear off, vest on, vest off, that kind of stuff. So, sneak over here off camera. So anyway, I'm probably I decided to take a push cart today, at least to start, just because it's going to be, you know, a lot of rain gear, umbrella. It's beautiful out right now, like beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, but based on what I saw yesterday, it can change in it's like Colorado. It can change in just a minute. It was pouring on the first hole, and then I was fully down to my golf shirt on the second hole yesterday. Practice round, you know, I don't play golf in a practice round. I just hit shots, make sure my tee shot strategy is sound. You know, I hit it close on one and knocked it in for birdie, and I think I only finished one other hole. You know, because basically what I do is I hit. They didn't give us hole locations till just last night. Anyway, the hole locations were dotted on the course. So basically, what the plan was, you hit your tee shots, and that was my, you know, what I was paying attention to is did all the Google mapping and stuff. Was that actually gonna work? Made a few modifications, but overall strategy is gonna be what I was planning. And then you hit into the green to the flag, and then you find the dot that they paint for the hole location. And then what I do is I just maybe putt a few to the dot, and then look around and try to decide, you know, where do I not want to be. So mark up the yardage book like that, and you know, some things for today, I guess you could say. You know, when I'm saying where do you not want to be, I'm not saying I'm negative, just saying you know, where are the tough up and downs.
Monday and Tuesday.
Turn off this golf channel. Where are the tough up and downs? Where's the native real bad? You know, and then I can plan accordingly. So, wrote down all those notes in my yardage book. I use a number system for around the greens, part of like decade, where you know, if it's a real tough up and down, you assign it a certain number. If it's an easy up and down, it's a different number. So I just have that all written in my yardage book. You know, so now that we're to the day, it's just, you know, game plan's pretty much in place. There's a few tee shots where it's going to be game time decision based on wind or course conditions. You know, it's all just about doing what you can to execute it right now. So, you know, the thing about qualifiers like this, there's 66 players for 3 spots. Found that out too. Just 3 spots. So there's, you know, there's like no difference between 6th and 66th, right? There's no difference. So, you know, my strategy is just play what I would call an optimal shots off the tee, not get too conservative. Certainly, you know, some people would maybe tend to get really aggressive too, where they're, you know, just firing at every flag and stuff. And that's not really it either. You don't have to birdie every hole. In fact, I would say one of my goals for today is no doubles, minimize the number of bogeys. I know I'll make some birdies. Well, I'll probably make some birdies. A lot of times those happen, you know, not by just trying to stuff every approach shot. So we'll see. Yeah, aggressive but not stupid off the tee. Play to the spots I marked on my yardage book. Try to execute as best I can. You know, take good care of the body. It's golf's longest day, as they say. It's a slog. Got plenty of snacks and drinks and stuff in a cooler in the car. I'm parking the car right between 9 and 10. So that should be pretty convenient. Try out the push cart. I haven't used a push cart in like 15 years, but we'll see how it goes. If I don't like it, I can always just ditch it. But, you know, when you start carrying on extra weight, it's kind of nice to save the shoulders. Other than that, that's probably my last update before get done. It's weird to think about. It's like 6:45. I'll be like almost home by this time tomorrow. I've got the earliest flight in the world, and teaching on the range tomorrow afternoon. So no matter what happens, that's what's gonna happen. That's kind of my mindset. Just go out and execute the game plan that I put together as best I can, and add them up at the end. Well, I just wrapped up golf's longest day. It was a long day. Just shot 77, 78. Not good by any means, not close enough. And walked into my room and it's like 100 degrees in there, and I'm like a steaming mess right now because we had some rain coming in, and then it got sunny and hot-ish. So anyway, you know, it's been an awesome trip up here. I started off the day, I was a little nervy. I missed a short putt on the very first hole. I hit it to like 20 feet, hit it to like 2 feet, 2.5 feet by, and missed it. So bogeyed the first, but you know, generally was doing okay. You know, I was trying not to keep track of my score. Just real quick round recap. I haven't done stats or anything. I'll do all that later. But hit it okay on the front. I think I was 1 over through the front 9, something like that. You know, it's certainly not good enough to be in contention. I don't know what the number is. I haven't looked at the scores, but you know, just in a spot where I could still get things going a little bit. And then I think it was like 13th hole or so, hit one bad tee shot in the kind of right in the water, and basically had to re-tee, made double, and then cruised along to 17. I'm on the first round as a par 3. I hit it, kind of snap hooked a 6-iron. Definitely irons not very sharp today. I hit my wedges good. I hit my tee shots mostly good, except for just a couple. Putter was just tentative at best. I think I left Didn't really make much. Left a lot of putts just short. Just had too much respect for the greens. They weren't quite as fast as I had in my head, and I just left all my 15, 20 footers just a tick short, and kind of just didn't putt very good, I would say. Putting would be D, irons D, tee shots B. But anyway, I still felt like I was doing okay. After I made the double on 13, I was like, oh, we got to get, things got to turn around here, and then 17 was just a mess. Pin was like, it was a par 3 with the pin way left, and I was aiming right of it and just turned it over, rolled it. That's my miss, and just hit it into the native. Hit a good second shot to like probably 10 feet, provisional, and then unfortunately found my first ball, and it was just so dead. It was like in this scrubby little foresty area. There was no real good unplayable. I couldn't go back. There was nowhere to go back to that wasn't dead. Couldn't drop sideways and get away from the tree, so I had to chip it into an opening in the native, and then chip it into a tree branch, and then chip it out, and then chip it on, and then I think I one putted for 6. So once that kind of happened, I mean, you never know. You know your day's kind of cooked once you make a double and a triple when there's 3 spots with 66 players. So at that moment, I certainly didn't give up, but I kind of knew, it was out of reach for sure. And then, played fine from there. Made a ton of pars. I think I shot 1 over again. Just couldn't make anything. I was hitting the ball fine for a while, and then our last 9 holes, I wouldn't say I ran out of gas, but the little rainstorm came in, a little squall, and like scrambling for rain gear, trying to keep up with the group in front of you, rain gear on, things getting wet. I made a terrible swing and doubled a par 3, and then like 2 holes later, I slipped just had things slipping, grip was slipping, feet were slipping. I like stone cold topped a driver while the rain was pouring, and made double there, and a couple sloppy bogeys, but it just kept grinding. I mean, I knew it didn't matter. I just wanted to see about hitting some good shots. Made a good birdie on my second to last hole of the day. But yeah, you got to have a good day. You got to have, or at least for me, I would have had to have 2 good rounds, and I had, a decent first 9, kind of 2 bad swings. Second 9, that was 5 shots right there on those 2 swings, and then once you're out of it, you're still trying. I mean, like I said, I tried the whole day. Just couldn't make any putts on the third 9, but hit it fine, and then the fourth 9 kind of semi running out of gas. Got a little rain squall, made a few numbers, and kind of just got it in the clubhouse. I am currently like semi soaked in cooking. Yeah, I'll go with my stats tonight. I got a flight at probably got to get up at 3 a.m. My flight's at 5. Be home and teach some golf tomorrow. It's been a great experience to come up here and do all this. It's always fun to have a chance. I'm bummed I didn't play better, but I'm happy with how I hit my tee shots, happy with how I hit my wedges. I can work on my mid irons and my putting. I only hit really like one bad putt. I just couldn't quite get it to the hole today for some reason. So not sure if it was nerves or just greens were a little slower than I kind of had in my head or what. But might actually have to practice. Well, I probably won't practice putting. I'll probably work on my iron shots a little bit. But everything else, just was not the day. Didn't go my way. I know I haven't looked at the scoreboard. I know people like to withdraw from these things when they are out of it. I wasn't going to do that. I mean, what else am I going to do? It's a beautiful place, a beautiful course, a chance to try some stuff out in the last 18 holes. I was experimenting with a few things with the putter, but pretty tired, that's about the only thing. I mean, walking 36 is You know, grinding, walking 36 is tough, no matter who you are. It's just a long day, but thanks for following along on this video series. If anybody's watching it, I certainly appreciate it. I know I had a lot of great support from the folks back at Omni, and my students and my family and friends, and you know, I knew I was going to be teaching golf tomorrow regardless, and that's the plan. I'm gonna shower up, finish off a few of the snacks that I bought for dinner. I'm not even like too tired to go do anything. I'm just gonna shower up and get packed up for 3 o'clock wake up call, I think, or 2:45. But anyway, thanks for watching.